Hey everyone, what's up? Yeah, I just got in about 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes went by fast. But yeah, you see the title of the video here. It is a triple package opening. One from Amazon, of course, but two not from Amazon. It's basically a triple package opening via Amazon and eBay. And the two from eBay were, I kind of hinted at what they were. Well, I kind of mentioned what they were anyway, and everything. And when I did the audio vlog, and honestly, I've been wanting to get these items off somehow, some way, when I saw them. And I figured, well, whenever I get the money, I'm going to do it. And I knew eventually if I got back to doing weekly work or weekly pay work, like where I'm at right now, just like last year, I'd be able to do it. And pray that where I'm at right now goes from weekly to permanent, and maybe even between full-time and part-time on a permanent basis. Pray that happens, because I enjoy being there. I enjoy working there. Pray it happens. I would love to remain there, God willing. But, like I said, I kind of told myself if I get the money, get ahead of myself, I'm going to splurge a little bit, but also focus on the bills and stuff that needs to be taken care of. So, basically, long story short, I went to eBay, had enough, I should say, in the account, and said I'm going to do this, and I did. I did it because one of the items I wanted to get, I have to give a shout out to Black Nerd Comedy, Andre Meadows, because he did a video, he uploaded a video where he was part of I guess you could say a playthrough, he was a guest on one of his friends or colleagues, Twitch, YouTube gaming channels, and they did a run-through playthrough of Shredder's Revenge, mostly with the new DLC. And the new DLC, of course, the more recent one, the Radical Reptiles, consisted of Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa. And Mona Lisa, who was a character introduced in the, I think, fourth season of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it was on CBS. She, was it the fourth season? I think it was the fourth season or the fifth season. I gotta look this up. Let me see for a second. But she was introduced. In the season 4. She was episode 8, season 4 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Raphael meets his match. It was the first season on CBS, and I think the reason they had brought her in my opinion, is they wanted to appeal more to the female demographic, and basically, I guess you could say hinting at the idea of having a female member, not full-time, but kind of occasional female member of the team outside of April. I think they've realized, hey, this might be a good thing to do. But of course, the original creators at the time said, no, we're not going to do that. Well, they're not the ones calling the shots anymore. Instead, it's Nickelodeon, Viacom, and CBS, and Paramount. And they're like, hey, if we want Mona Lisa, the fans want Mona Lisa, we're going to put Mona Lisa in. And, that's pretty much, pretty much the story, if you will. The same with Ninjara, Yumiko. It's like if the fans want her, they're going to get her somehow. But yeah, basically, I was watching the playthrough, and of course, basically, and I just got off work, so I'm sorry if I'm stumbling on my words a little bit. I'm a little tired. Got myself some coffee here and everything to kind of keep me going. But anyway, long story short, like I said, basically, I watched the playthrough, and that got me to want to finally purchase digital-wise, not physical yet. I still might get physical copies of it and the Marvel vs. Capcom arcade classics. But basically, long story short, I ended up purchasing the Ultimate Edition of Shredder's Revenge, which I did a review on. And basically, the Ultimate Edition, just like, let's say, when Mortal Kombat does something like this, or Injustice, or Street Fighter, it's basically all the DLC and the original game, all merged into one. So I figured, okay, I'm going to see if maybe the figure is there, because when I used to work at Target, you know, Target was always, you know, like Walmart and other places, they would be the exclusive home sometimes for certain releases. And Mona Lisa's figure that came out through NECA, that's N-E-C-A, NECA, basically was a Target exclusive. And I was working there, and I was like, oh, you know, I got to get it, but I only saw it once, but then it was gone. Somebody bought it up. So I figured one day I'm going to get it. And well, thankfully with this job, and again, pray this job that I'm at now, which is weekly pay, becomes permanent. And, you know, it's permanent on both a part-time, full-time basis down the line, because it really helps me and my family out. But anyway, I was basically like, okay, you know, I'm going to get this figure. And the curiosity got the best of me, and I saw how much and I looked on eBay. And well, first of all, I looked on Amazon, you know, nothing. And then I looked on Target, nothing. And then, you know, I went to eBay. Now, I know people are saying you should have tried the NECA store, you might get something there. I don't think they had anything either, or else Google would have shown it. I went to eBay, and there was so many different versions. One person was just selling the box for $30. It's like, are you kidding? That's stupid. So I looked, and there were various other ones, and I went with probably the best option. You know, just the same amount, little less, kind of in between the early $80, or like the low $80 range to high $80 range. So I was kind of like in between there, mid $80 range. So I went with that, and then at the same time I wanted to check if the other thing that I put into my cart, my queue, on eBay was still there, which it was. So I ended up getting that as well. That's one of the first international things I've gotten in a long time. And then of course I set out to get myself something else as well. And I've been wanting to get something like this ever since, you know, Bose enticed me and everybody else with the commercials years ago, or the infomercials years ago. So I figured I'm going to get it. I saw that they had a TV speaker. I'm thinking that might sound good, but I wanted to see if there was something else. And then I saw what the 600 was, and I was like, well, they call it the 600. I was like, oh, you know, this sounds really good. You know, of course they have other versions above it as well, which, you know, if you have the money, go and get those if you want. But they're just more like upgrades, updated versions with just higher numbers and all that. But anyway, let me get me some more coffee here. Drinking out of my Princess Luna mug. I'm going to get the Celestia one soon, hopefully. But anyway, without further ado, let's see if what I got here is everything I was hoping for. So, first of all, we're going to go with this one. And what's ironic about this is the first time in like a while that I've had 3 different deliveries from 3 different deliverers. Amazon, FedEx, USPS, United States Postal. So, and this one was expected to come tomorrow, but when I saw where it was coming from, I was like, oh yeah, it'll probably get here sooner. And it did. So, without further ado, like I said, let's see what this is. And this comes from Vintage, I think. Let me get some light on the subject here. Let me get some light on the subject, if it lets me. This comes from Crystal Crisp Orlando Resale. Basically, it's vintage toys. Basically, is what it is. Crystal Crisp Orlando Resale out of Ocas, Florida. But it's like I said, it's vintage, if you will. It's vintage toys from there. And yeah, places like Vintage Toys, they use eBay to kind of like expand outside of the being local and everything. So I'm kind of glad they're around. But again, let's see if this is exactly what it says to be. And let me put some light on here too, because of course it's daylight. Of course it's standard time now, so it gets darker a little earlier and stuff. So let's see if this is exactly what I was hoping for. it up. And what's funny is she used an Amazon box. She used Amazon box to send it in. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this is by United States Postal, FedEx, and of course Amazon itself. So really nice. Really nice and everything. Whoops. Let me, what do I do here? There we go. Let me just switch it over. There we go. But let's see if this is exactly what I think it is. So, they put some bubble wrap around it. Put some bubble wrap. Nice little bubble wrap. Sealed in the box as promised. And what is it? Well, first of all, let's see if there's any receipt. No, there isn't. No receipt whatsoever. And it is Dirk Savage and Mona Lisa. That's right, Dirk Savage and Mona Lisa. And of course, both of them, well, Mona has a different head sculpt if you want to change that out and everything. But yeah, Dirk Savage and Mona Lisa. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. You know, it's kind of cool and everything. So, yeah, got Mona Lisa and everything. And again, it's her first. Here's the thing: we know she probably has a figure because of the 2012 series, and we know she's probably going to get a figure because of IDW and probably other future appearances, maybe even one based on the game. But this here is the first. This year is the first official figure based on the 1991 appearance in season 4 when it went to CBS and everything. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And Dirk Savage, I don't know where he's from and everything. I think he's from the show as well. I have to look him up and everything. And it looks like, look at this. A little bit of stuff right there. It looks like this was either a birthday or a Christmas gift. And someone's like, oh, I already have a copy. I'm just going to sell this one. So, yeah, it looks like it was wrapped. Somebody had wrapped it originally. But yeah, I got it. And really, really happy to have it in the collection. It's not my only NECA Ninja Turtles figure. Of course, I have the Ultimate April O'Neil. I have the Ultimate April O'Neil from the 1990 movie. I have that as well. And I hope to collect more NECA figures in the future. I don't know if I have any more besides April. I mean, I have April over here, a reissue of the original figure, but with orange around the orange outline around the yellow. But yeah, you know, I hope to probably get more figures down the line. Down the line. I do have figures. I do have TMNT figures packed away in the garage based on the 2003 series. So I still have those. So yeah, and I have Mona Lisa added to that, along with the April figure that I have and the other figures packed away. It's really great. And again, it's basically the first official figure release of her, based on any interpretation, as far as I know, but mostly based on her original 1990s appearance in the cartoon. So that's pretty cool. So Mona Lisa, now part of the collection. And Dirk Savage, I think, let me see if I can find out who he is, what episode he might have appeared in. Let me see. Oh, The Last Kids on Earth. Oh no, that's not him. Not Last Kids on Earth. Which one is he? Let me hold on. Dirk Savage. Oh, here we go. TMNT. Oh, Mutant Hunter. He appeared in season 7. Oh, so he appeared when they started doing the Red Sky seasons. That's kind of cool. So he appeared in the Red Sky seasons. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I think was it the Red Sky seasons? Oh no! It was the last of the original. It was the last of season 7 was basically the last of the. I guess you could say goofy version of the Turtles. The more goofy, break the fourth wall version of the Turtles. So that's when he appeared. Within season 7, which was the last season before they went to Red Sky, which made them more closer to what they were from the movie and from the comics and so on. So yeah, season 7, season 4. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think her coming in originally, I think with the intention, and everybody's mentioned this, to bring in a more female audience and have an occasional, not full-time, but occasional female member of the team. So that's kind of cool. So Mona Lisa, Dick Savage, really happy to have them. And then this one is from FedEx, and this came from all the way, let me get some coffee here again. This came all the way from Japan. Yeah, this came from Japan. And, you're thinking, Japan, that's unreal. But no, it's true. It came out of, let me see if I can get some light on here again. Here we go. It came out of, and I'm sorry if I butchered this name, Yamagata, Japan. Yamagata, Japan. And yeah, it is something that I've been wanting to get. Now, unfortunately, it's going to cost a lot of money to try to get the original one that came out in the late 80s, early 90s. But since, the revitalization of the Disney Afternoon and re-interest in the characters and stuff, Disney's obviously like, yeah, we got to put more focus back on them, because there's a lot of grown-ups that grew up on these shows that would like to probably, collect them again and, through the collection, introduce their kids and grandkids to what they grew up on. And this year, it's basically a more up-to-date version of that. And I think what's crazy about the Disney parks internationally is here in the States, obviously you're going to have a lot of merchandise sold at the Disney parks and the Disney stores a la Amazon and Target and stuff. But, internationally, all the parks also have exclusives. Like this, like you can only get this here, like a certain item or whatever at this park in Tokyo, Shanghai, Shanghai, Hong Kong, if you will. Shanghai, Hong Kong, Paris, you name it. You can only get certain items there. So this one, I don't know if you could get it all over, but apparently right now, from what I can tell, it might just be a Disney Japan exclusive. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments. But this is something that, again, it's not the original. As much as a lot of us would like to get our hands on that, if you look on eBay, you could probably get it, but you're going to have to pay a pretty penny maybe. This, though, is I think will be a great, I guess you could say, modern representation of what, we originally wanted. And if you want a hint of what and who it might be, look there. You'll get your hint. Look real close. So, is it what it is? Was it worth the money to spend to get it all the way from Japan? Especially paying for the extra shipping, the expedient shipping. Because if I wanted it regular, this probably would have gotten here next month. But let's see, shall we? Open it up. Open. Oh, wait. We got something. We got a thank you. And, little thank you stuff. Oh, cool. Let's see what this is. That's kind of cool. Let me see what this says. It says, "Thank you so much for your business with us. We will be very glad if you are satisfied with the item. It would be appreciated if you could leave us a positive feedback for the service we provided. It helps to improve the service. We look forward to seeing you again. Sincerely yours. That's what it says. That's kind of cool. They put a little thank you on there. Look at that. Put a little thank you. And they put some little papers there. That's kind of cool. I guess it's a Japanese thing. But let's see if it's what I think it is. They put it in bubble wrap. That's kind of cool. And yes, there she is. Just got to get her out of her plastic. But yes, it says Disney. And yes, it is Gadget. And it looks like she's never been opened. Or if she has, they just filled her in. Put that to the side too. But yes, there she is. There's Gadget. From Rescue Rangers. Yes, finally got Gadget. Again, it's not the original, but it's probably the best modern representation you're going to get. And it's by Sega. How about that? So, yeah, I think there was something going on with Sega and Disney at the time. Sega Corporation. Okay, that's kind of cool. A Disney-Sega collab. But yeah, Sega, I think, made a deal with Disney internationally to basically create their plushes and everything. So that's kind of cool. So what's even more interesting about this is Gadget and Sally. Sally, if you will. Let me see if I can get her without screwing. Whoa. Let's see if I can get her. There we go. Put her back later. What's interesting is Gadget and Sally both came to me internationally and via eBay. I won her on a bet, the eBay betting stuff, and just bought her flat out. So that's kind of cool. And both are done by Sega. That's kind of nice. And once again, she is not this, Sally, not for sale. Everybody, I don't know why people keep thinking I'm going to do that. Forget it. She's not for sale, and neither will she be. And she's going to be part of the plush collection, so that's kind of cool. But yep, got Gadget, and she's going to be alongside Sally now. How about that? How about that? Yeah, really happy to have that. Let me try to fix some stuff here for a second. There we go. But yeah, got them. That's kind of cool. Really happy. Put some of the garbage away here. Put some of the garbage away. But really happy to have Gadget. And, this is one thing I like to do, sometimes, like to splurge, not too much, but, just happy to have her now in the collection. Don't think that's a little bit much. No. Is it a smudge? No, it's just the way it's designed. So, yeah, really happy to have her. Really happy to have her. So, yeah, Disney and Sega. That's kind of cool. And, again, let me take the little thank you thing off before I get rid of it. Well, get rid of the garbage, that is. But yeah, a little thank you and little stuff here. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. So really nice to have that. But yeah, Gadget now part of the collection, and I like that. I like how they kind of make her hair a little wavery and everything. So kind of cool to have her. And now for the Coupe de Gracie, and I'm gonna have to pull back just a little bit for this one. But the Coupe de Gracie is right here. Oh, this is something that, again, gotta give it to Bose. They've enticed people for years with, oh, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do that way. And I'm like, okay, Bose, you got my attention. But the thing is with Bose is what they were advertising years ago in those infomercials. It's like, you look it up and it's like, yeah, not everybody can afford that. Thankfully, somebody at that company, especially when it got bought out, because it was going out of business, or bankruptcy, out of business, you know, when whoever bought them out, I can't think of the name right now, you know, they basically said, look, we're going to keep a lot of, they probably decided, hey, look, we're going to keep Bose as it is, not just as a brand, but we're also going to keep everything that made Bose, you know, popular in the eyes of a lot of folks. We're going to keep maybe most of the people that work on it, you know, basically keep things as they are. But they probably also said, however, we're also going to give the opportunity to those that can't really spend too much, you know, the chance to experience Bose. I mean, that's why I have the Bose SoundLink. You know, that was like on sale. That went on sale, and I was like, I'm going to get it. This went on sale, and I said, I'm going to get it. This was basically 33% less, or 35% less than what it was originally when I put it in my queue. So I said, I'm going to get it when the time was right. Even if it was still the original price, I said I was going to get it. But when it went down, I said, I'm definitely getting it now. Because basically, if I would have gotten it at the original price, it would have been, the total tax and delivery and all that would have been the 5s. This only put it into the 430s. So, you know, with it being down. And I think also because it's Amazon's, you know, holiday, pre-Black Friday week sales and all that. So, and that's something else I'm looking into as well for Christmas as well. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to finally get it, and I did. And what's interesting is the Mona Lisa Dirk Savage figure was the first thing to come. This was the second. Gadget was the last one. Go figure. But anyway, let's see if this is what they said it was. Because they also advertised a new smart version, or new version, but let's see. Now you might ask, well, what about your other sound speaker? What are you going to do with it? You're looking at the answer right behind me. You're looking at the answer right behind me. And I have the ability, and I have the stuff to make that happen, trust me. But with that said, let's take a look at what this new one looks like. If it's what I think it is. Bring it out. Okay. There it is in the box. Have to bring that out. I gotta get rid of that now. Put that to the side, and I have to break some of these down when the opportunity presents itself. So here's the thing, pretty big. So we're gonna gently open this. And just to let you know, this is not the knife for my work. This is from my other, when I was at Target. They all have their own versions of a knife. Okay. Let's see, open this, turn around, okay, there we go, take the flap off, the flap, and put it down here for a second. And oh yes, there it is. The Bose Smart Soundbar 600. How about that? And it has Dolby Atmos on it. That's the big selling point. Here's what's interesting about the soundbars. The soundbar we have in our living room, that soundbar is good, and it's HDMI. But she uses optical, because when we use HDMI in, it doesn't work for some reason. I think it's because of the way we have it connected. So it's like, well, if you have it connected that way, it's not going to work. If you have the optical, that's good. So, yeah, I've got the Smart. We got it here, if you will. And it's everything that comes with it, or everything that's advertised to do. And everything right there. That's pretty cool. And again, you might say, well, what's going to happen to that one? That's going to go over here, And I have, like I said, I have the equipment to, or I have the stuff to do it, take care of it. So yeah, just really happy to have this. Went on sale. Thank the Lord on that. So now I can focus more on taking care of bills and stuff like that, Christmas. But there are a few other things I might look into as well. Again, pray that my time at this seasonal job that I had last year continues permanently, either both part-time and full-time, or part-time or whatever. Pray it stays permanent. It would really help me and my family out. But yeah, but got this. Really happy to get it. And yeah, that's all I can really say. So let me know what your thoughts are on the package opening here. Again, new soundbar and everything. Mona Lisa, Dirk Savage, mostly for Mona Lisa. And of course, the newest addition to the plush collection, Miss Gadget Hack Wrench herself. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Love to hear you guys leave a comment down below. And everything. Love to hear your thoughts on all this. And everything as I try to adjust that. It's got a mess to clean up here for a second. But I'm going to put this down for a second. But give me your thoughts overall. Love to hear from all of you on this. Let me know if any of you have the Smart Soundbar 600. Let me know if you got a Gadget Hack Wrench Plus. And also let me know if you got the Dirk Savage Mona Lisa 2-pack. Let me know. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. All have a good day. You know what to do. Like the video. Ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel. Also check out the links in the description to my Teespring store and where you can find me elsewhere here on the internet, as well as find me at deviantart.com at BVW1979. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are, and until then, I'm out.